Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's have a look over our new digital ambient light sensor that will be ISL29003. And for that, we need to look on the website that will be controleverything.com, and here we have to search on for this sensor as you can see on my screen. And let's see what we got here. It's a light sensor with programmable gain 0 to 64,000 lux, 16-bit the value is there, and also some more features are onto the screen. You can also purchase the sensor from this website. Furthermore, I will be interfacing the light sensor ISL29003 with a BeagleBone Black, and the software platform I will be using will be a C language code. And to get your code, go to resource tab, and here comes the C code sample onto the screen, and you can click on it and you can download the code as a zip file from this very site. Also, you can get the code from github.com, and the concerned repository there will be control everything community. Now let's have a look over the hardware connections we need to put up together. Well, for the hardware connection setup, the first thing we require is the BeagleBone Black, which you are able to see on my screen. And this here is an I2C Shield for the BeagleBone Black. Now this is available on the website controleverything.com, and the real reason we are using this shield is to make connections easier with other I2C devices. So for that, what do we require is to gently place this I2C Shield over the BeagleBone Black and make a connection just like that. For the power up setup, we require two things. The first is a mini USB cable just like this and gently insert it over here. It is very useful to power up the BeagleBone Black. Now to power up the I2C Shield, we require a 5-volt adapter, which you are able to see on my screen, and gently insert it here. Now for an option for the internet connection, there are two mediums. The first is an Ethernet cable or a LAN cable, and the second is this, a wireless nano USB adapter. Well, this here is our light sensor ISL29003, and this here is a connecting cable. Now make the connection among the cable and the sensor, and make sure that the ground terminal of the sensor should be connected to the brown wire of the cable, and similarly to the ground of I2C Shield. As we are done with the connections for the hardware, now let's proceed with the code. Now coming to the interfacing part, first of all we need to log into github.com, and after that we have to search on for the repository that will be control everything community. And here we go, and this comes the sensor ISL29003, and this is the C code. But let's have a look over the instructions part. First of all, we need to set up our BeagleBone Black, and the steps are on this link. That will be beaglebone.org, and as you can see on my screen, there are a lot of steps which need to be taken carefully, installed the drivers, everything, and after that we need to download or pull the code onto the BeagleBone Black, and this command will compile and this will run the C code. Note it down. Now get back to C code, and it's a .c extension file as you see, and it's first thing you notice into the code that we have included some of the header files here. And in the void main function, we have a function which will check whether the I2C bus is going to open or not, and the address device will be 0x44. Now coming to the writing section part, we are going to select command register that will be 0x00, and we are going to send the command for normal operation 16-bit resolution that will be 0x80. After that, we are going to select control list 0x01, and we are going to send a command to set gain with 64,000 lux, that will be 0x0c. And after that, we have a delay or sleep function for 1 second. After that, in the reading section part, we are going to read 2 bytes of the data from the register that will be 0x04. Luminance data is there, and here comes the conversion of the data. As you can see, we have the luminance for the conversion part, the formula is there, and it is clearly described in the data sheet. At the end, we have the output data onto the screen, which is the ambient light luminance, and the unit is lux. So this is how the code looks like. Now let's see how it works. Let's have a look over the working part, and for that thing to go on, we need to copy the entire code as you can see on my screen. We need to copy it, and then we have to open up the terminal for the BeagleBone Black, and here we have to create a new file as you can see on my screen, and it's a .c extension file of course. And then we have to paste the entire code, and at the end we have to save it. Now for the compilation process, this is the command we are going to do, and let me type the full command, and here we go. And when I type it, it's compiled. Now for the working part, this is the command to run the code, and let's see, we have the ambient light luminance and it is in lux. When I again run the command, you can see there is a very less change because there is no change regarding the intensity of light falling onto the sensor. Now when I press or move object near to the sensor, the shadow will fall on the sensor and you can see the ambient light luminance decreases. When I move the object near to the sensor, it further decreases. But instead, when I bring a light source near to the sensor and run the command, you can notice the ambient light luminance increases. When I again run the command, the ambient light luminance again increases and further increases as I move the object closer to the sensor. So this is how the sensor responds. Now let's see what are the benefits and the applications regarding this part, the sensor. The ISL29003 is an integrated light sensor with a 16-bit integrating type ADC, I2C user programmable lux range, select for optimized counts per lux, and I2C multifunctional control and monitoring capabilities. The internal ADC provides 16-bit resolution while rejecting 50 Hz and 60 Hz flicker caused by artificial light sources. The applications are ambient light sensing, backlight control, temperature control systems, contrast control, camera light meters, and lighting controls. Well, you can have this sensor and you can purchase it from controleverything.com and you can get the code from resource tab. From this site, you can download the code as zip file. Also, you can get the code from github.com and the repository there is Control Everything Community. In the end, I would like to make it clear that if you have any doubt regarding any part of this sensor video, you can have your queries on controleverything.com and you can post your comments on the community page on this website. For articles and blogs, you can have a look over on instructables.com, and to subscribe more video tutorials like this, you can have a look over our YouTube channel. In the end, I hope you enjoyed this video and had a good one yourself. Thanks a lot for watching.